So in this session, we are discussing about the light emitting diode. Shortly, it is called as a LED. So this is the symbol of LED. So, so this LED is most widely used in all the different types of semiconductor diodes, and commonly it is used in TV and color displays. So mainly it is used as a indicator, just like on and off switch. So this is a basic symbol of the light emitting diode. So this is how the light emitting diode is operating. One thing you should remember that in the light emitting diode concept, we are applying the positive external DC voltage to operate this LED. Already we discussed photodiode. The photodiode, to operate that photodiode, we are applying the negative voltage. That means the photodiode is operating in the reverse characteristics. But in light emitting diode, what we are applying the positive voltage, it means positive to positive, negative to negative. It means that the light emitting diode is operating in the forward biased condition, or it is operating in the forward characteristics. This is first thing. And the second thing is what? When we apply this external positive DC voltage to this particular device, at that time, whatever the positive charge particles in P type and negative charge particles in N type, when both positive and negative charge particles move towards this junction, this green line indicates that it is a junction between the P type and N type. Holes and electrons, positive and negative charge particles, moves towards this junction. As both are moved towards this junction, automatically the width of the deflection region will become small. It is reduces. At the same situation, what happens when we are applying this positive external DC voltage? Whatever the holes in P type, they are recombined with N type semiconductor material. Similarly, whatever the electrons in N type, they are recombined with the P type semiconductor material. When this process happens, so at that time, some amount of electron hole pair in both P type and M type semiconductor material are generated. So this is electron hole pair in P type. It is also electron hole pair in the N type semiconductor material. Okay. So after that, as the electron hole pair are generated in the particular P type and N type semiconductor material, because of the light is emitting. When the light is emitted, when the emitted light falls on this particular electron hole pair in both P type and N type semiconductor material, so at that time, due to free electrons from the N type semiconductor material, so one energy is released, that is called as a light signal, light emitted signal. When electron hole pairs are generated in both P type and N type semiconductor material, and whatever the recombination of free electrons and holes in this process, at that time one energy is released by the free electrons, that is called as a light signal. that is called as a light signal. So in this case the light is emitted, it is called as emitted photons. So like this the light is emitted by using this process. The next concept is 78XX series and 7805 fixed IC voltage regulator. Already we discussed regarding this voltage regulator. This point we discussed in the Zener diode part. The voltage regulator is used to maintain the output voltage constant without any fluctuation, without any variation. So instead of Zener diode, now we are using in the form of IC like 7805, 78112. So this is indicates 5 volt of DC. Okay, so in this case, instead of using Zener diode, so now we are using IC for the voltage regulator circuit. This is the basic circuit of voltage regulator block diagram in the form of IC. So basically we are applying the input voltage Vin to this pass transistor, and the output of the pass transistor is Vout, and the remaining part, that means the resistor combination R1 and R2. This is a voltage divider combination. So this is used to sample the output voltage. Through this voltage divider circuit we are taking the sample output voltage and it is connected to the negative terminal of the operational amplifier. And another input terminal of op-amp, we are taking one reference voltage. So when simultaneously apply V reference voltage and V out, the output of this op-amp will give the difference between the two input signal. It means this amplifier, this operational amplifier compares the feedback voltage with the reference voltage. So here our feedback voltage is Vout. So this op-amp will compares the difference between feedback voltage and V reference voltage, and it generates one voltage output signal, and that with the help of that output signal we are used to drive this pass transistor. Whatever the output of the op-amp is there, with the help of this op-amp output signal we are driving this pass transistor. So with the help of this pass transistor we can adjust if any change in the output voltage. With the help of this pass transistor we can adjust if any change in the output voltage. Change means either it may be increases or decreases. So with the help of this pass transistor, so we can set or we can maintain the output voltage constant through this pass transistor. Again the process will continue. And one more block we are using thermal shutdown and current limiting circuit. So with the help of this block, this circuit will switch off the IC if any random variation in the current. Because sometimes what happens in the particular IC, if suddenly the current increases, at that time the temperature of that IC also becomes more than safer value. If the temperature of the IC is more than safer value, so at that time the IC may be damaged condition. So that whatever the current is flowing in the op-amp, it is under current, it is under one limit value. It should not be cross the limit value. If it cross the limit value, if the current cross this limit value, so at that time with the help of thermal shutdown circuit, we can automatically switch off this IC operation. Okay.